Welcome back to Adventures in Camera Placement.
Adventures in that motorcycle is totally checking me out, man. Hello, motorcycle.
First, half of this is trying to remember which combination is actually move vertically, and which is to pan vertically.
It looks like this game controls like a CAD program, frankly.
It controls like garbage is what it does.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Well, I guess they're the same thing, yeah. Alright, anyway. So we went and bothered this guy. Although, I don't know why I'm walking off. I should just get on the motorcycle and leave. Nope, get back over here. Vroom, vroom. Get the hell out of here.
Nice camera placement. You didn't have to make him take the long way around.
Yep.
Oh, what is that? What was that happening? That just looked uncomfortable.
Right. Let's head back for now.
I had to get off that motorcycle. My entire left half has fallen asleep.
And let's go back inside.
Oh my god.
Oh, Mr. Baz, I'm so sorry. What a klutz I am.
It is quite all right. I was not paying attention.
Oh, no, it's my fault entirely. I was worrying about something else and not watching at all.
And
Just
Lady
the posture
Howard,
of a zombie.
is she recovering?
Yes, she's resting quietly. Thank you.
I'm very glad to hear that. Good day, Miss Styles.
Good day, Mr. Bowser.
You know, I'm an excellent surgeon. I can do something about that hump of yours. Good day, I say, as we both walk off in the same exact direction. This is really
And I can't do anything about it.
This is really awkward.
Yep, and I have to sit there and watch them walk away.
The door hit my ass on the way out.
Alright, so if you remember from the last episode, we have a couple things that we should probably take care of. But first, since we can go bother somebody, let's go bother somebody.
I don't have anything else to say to him.
Or let's not go bother somebody, apparently. Okay. I see, Wilkes' glass and booze are still here.
Buccelli and Wilkes were sitting there.
Now...
Can you get fingerprints from him?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Who do I have? Lady Howard, the Abbé. I have one from Buccelli, but I don't have one from Wilkes. So let's see if we can't do anything about that.
Don't mind me. Just doing some science right in the lobby in front of everyone else.
I could, but Emilio might find it a bit odd. I'd better wait till he leaves.
All right.
No doubt he will. The guy gets around.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Know what I mean?
Whee! Oh, that
Lord.
slides. That slides too. Okay.
Ooh, you can strafe.
I can strafe.
You can,
Ooh.
with a little practice, you can circle strafe the puzzles. That's a
Good
pro
Lord.
gamer move right there.
Getting my Doom practice in. All right. Well, one of the other things that we'll need
it's a lot easier when they don't shoot back or shoot at all.
Yeah. We actually need a wake-up call because if you remember, our author friend whose name escapes me set his alarm. Chester, that's it. Set his alarm for 2 in the morning. So we want to make sure we're awake then.
Say, Jean, do you guys do wake-up calls? Maybe you could have Simone buzz the room for me about 2 a.m.?
Certainement.
You won't let me down now, will ya?
Oh, most assurément, monsieur. I forget nothing.
Okay. There's that. And then also, we should probably tell Prince James that his men are dead.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Where's this card? There it is.
Still in the case. Friends are dead. Just letting you know. Damn, I wonder what this place is for. I can't speak French. Lake Grill? What the hell is that?
Stuart residence.
Mesme, this is Gabriel Knight.
Hold on, please.
We are trying to find a way to kill you through the phone.
Mr. Knight?
Hello, Prince James. I'm afraid I have some pretty bad news. Sir, your men were found dead this morning.
I see. Yes. It's horrifying news.
I can tell you everything I know about it.
Please, do.
Well, they left here last night about... drained into the ground. We found 2 pools. Well, hell, it looked ritualistic to me.
Lord. I just don't understand.
Nor do I. But the killing still revolved around blood. I think...
Mesme and I were just discussing this. You see, I have certain affairs which you know nothing about, and I'm not inclined to involve an outsider.
Oh, well, that's good.
I'm kind of getting that picture. But if I'm to...
That's why I sent my own men down there. Now this, frankly, I don't know what to do. Son's life, my son's life means everything to me.
I know.
And Mesme thinks you'll be able to do some good. So I'll ask you to keep your eyes open, at least until further notice. But that does not mean intruding on. Please, just try to stay focused on finding the child.
Sir, I'd be a lot more successful if you told me everything.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight. You'll hear from us soon.
God.
Well, that was enlightening, sort of.
Yeah. Well, who knows what he's telling us, because we shouldn't believe Andor's lies.
He's not Andor.
Yes, he is, actually. Yeah, he's the voice of Marquis Andor from Final Fantasy XII. At least we don't have to run around telling everybody we're Captain Bosch in this game.
But we're gonna do it anyway, because adventure games. I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg.
Also, I fucking hated that part of Final Fantasy XII.
I think everyone did. At worst, or at best, you tolerated it.
Alright. We've got a whole bunch of evidence to put into the computer, so why don't we go do that?
I know it's difficult, but come back from the light, Gracie. Come back, come back.
All right. I was almost done anyway.
So what's it?
Hey, kids.
God.
What? You guys weren't about to discuss the case, were you?
Oh, go on, Grace. Tell us about the book.
Okay.
So you're gonna get into it?
Talk about wild. It ties together Freemasonry, the Templars, this group called the Priory of Sion, and like this bizarro theory about the Holy Grail. Well, what do you want to hear about first?
Oh, well, we'll start with the beginning and talk about the Masons.
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons?
Okay, according to the book, the Templars were the founders of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, and when they were persecuted, some of them fled to Scotland and changed their name.
What's that got to do with Rennes-le-Château?
Only that whatever is going on here, the Freemasons are obviously still involved.
Oh, obviously.
Some secret knowledge must have been passed down through the organization.
Alright, how about
So
the Grail?
what's this Grail theory you mentioned?
Okay, now, the Grail. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
The Grail is supposed to be a vessel, right? Like a cup, and it contains the blood of Jesus.
Yeah, go on.
The book suggests that the
get
Grail
fucked
is an
up.
allegory for an esoteric secret. A secret so heretical that it had to go underground.
Turn
throughout the
water
Middle
into wine, you
Ages.
should see what he did
It was
for
passed
blood.
along as the legend of the Grail.
And that secret is?
That Jesus had descendants. The Grail
Hey.
itself is an allegory of the womb of Mary Magdalene.
It's just the,
In other words, her womb, right,
Da
the
Vinci
cup,
Code.
contained his blood,
The
or
hell?
rather bloodline. His heirs.
Get out of town.
Kinky.
Okay. Not the way I would have gone with that, but sure. But yeah, and Dan Brown is seen in the background furiously scribbling notes.
This game is fantastic.
Actually, didn't that come out about the same time as this?
I think we had this discussion. It was like 6 years afterwards or something like that.
Oh, it was that long? Okay, I thought it was like...
It was at least a couple of years.
Okay. Yeah, basically just took this game and wrote a book about it.
I really like that book, but it's one that people liked a little too much, I think. I was just like, hey, this is fun. And then I'm like, okay, time to read other things. And then other people are like, man, what about the code? Is it real? It's like, oh god. This isn't an ARG, it's a thriller novel, you idiots.
I mean, we're basically like living what people did with the Da Vinci Code about 6 years too early.
Yeah.
We're going through it right now.
Except there's vampires.
Well, yeah, apparently there's vampires involved.
Is anyone actually buying this stuff about Jesus having descendants?
Sounds pretty Looney Tunes to me.
Whether it's true or not is not the point. The point is these secret societies believe it, in a big way. Okay, look, Mary Magdalene came here, right, after the crucifixion?
That's what they say.
Okay, so, she brings the kids, or maybe she's pregnant. Her descendants intermarry with local nobility and become the Merovingian dynasty.
The Merovingians are supposed to be descendants of Jesus?
Yes.
Well, that's what these dice I rolled told me.
The Catholic Pope betrayed and murdered them, but some of their line survived.
That's what that dartboard with phrases on it told me.
Yes. Okay, so the Merovingian survivors hid in this region and had backers here. Well, it could explain why so many heretics kept cropping up in the Languedoc, like the Cathars and the Templars, and Rome kept trying to wipe them out to bury the secret of the bloodline.
Gee, those wacky popes, you just can't trust them.
Maybe it's those funny hats, all that weight up there on their head.
I'll shut up now.
I always wondered what goes on with those giant hats.
The secret is when they're actually voting for the new pope, the smoke comes from the hats, but that's why no one's allowed in.
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons and Priory of Sion again?
They're all supporters of the bloodline, dedicated to getting the bloodline back on the throne. The Templars were probably founded to find proof of the bloodline's genealogy. That's why they were excavating under the Temple of Solomon. And the Crusades would have been the perfect cover.
Proof? Like what? A 2,000-year-old birth certificate with the father listed as the son of God?
Jesus was of the royal house of David, and if he had children, it would have been in the temple records.
If the Priory and the Templars were both supporters of the bloodline, then how come they split up?
I don't know. Maybe they had a falling out.
Like Martin Luther and the
This
Catholics.
is the exciting part
Paul
of
Simon
the story
and
where
Art
we
Garfunkel.
talk about
The
ancient
professor and
paperwork.
Mr. Howell.
Don't start.
Yes, let's discuss more of the bureaucracy of Babylon. This is fascinating stuff.
I'm not sure I want to know, but who or what is the Priory?
The Priory of Sion is an offshoot of the Templars. See, they split off before the Templar persecution, way back in 1188. The Priory returned to France from the Holy Land and set up a bunch of monasteries here.
What's that got to do with now?
Well, the Priory still exists, and they seem to have some kind of major agenda going on with Rennes-le-Château.
Alright, so there's a part in Yakuza 3 where pretty much you sit down with two other characters and the entire plot gets explained in a series of very boring monologues. And I think you see where I'm going with this.
Here's a random
We've
thought.
arrived.
That whole
We have
argument between
arrived.
Prince James's men and the
We
Abbé.
found the precedent.
If the men were Freemasons, could the Abbé be Priory?
Maybe. But I was thinking that Montreux might be Priory.
I was thinking I want to
Montreux.
die.
Yeah, he's the owner of the local winery, Chateau de Serres.
Just get it
There's
over.
something weird about that place.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh, you mean the creepy old woman?
If the Priory and the Freemasons are both supporters of the bloodline, why would they be ripping each other's throats out?
I
fun.
don't think they're that friendly, Mose. They may have started out in bed together, but that doesn't mean they always agree.
Oh, kind of like the U.S. and England.
Reagan and Bush.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Siegfried and Roy.
All right already.
Some timely references there,
Yeah,
guys.
seriously.
Alright, what do we got here? The
So
Priory.
what's the Priory's agenda in Rennes-le-Chateau?
I'm not sure exactly. But whatever it is, it probably has something to do with the bloodline.
The bloodline.
Coming this fall to CBS. It sounds like some crappy primetime show.
Coming soon.
How does this relate to the treasure?
The authors think Saunier
Treasure.
found the Templar treasure all right, but it wasn't gold. It was ancient genealogy charts from the Temple of Solomon.
Oh,
Which
friggin'
Saunier
joy.
then used to, get this, blackmail the Catholic Church. Or maybe he sold the documents to people like the Priory or the Masons.
Well, it's a theory. Was there anything else I should know about the book?
Oh, maybe just one small thing. Listen.
If you read this book, you will become a
Many
vampire.
of the prominent families in Europe today claim Merovingian descent, including the Habsburg-Lorraines, Wittelsbachs, Plantards, and Montesquieux in France, the Sinclair family in Britain, and the Stuarts of Scotland.
The Stuarts? Prince James is a bloodline descendant?
Holy genealogies, Batman.
Whoa, it does kind of change the whole picture, doesn't it?
I really need to go.
You catching a train?
No, I just,
I still want to read a
I
bit
gotta
more.
take a big
So
dump.
let's meet back here at
Leave me
5, shall we?
alone.
Sure.
I can't stand all this French
See ya.
food.
There's something up with him.
Go figure.
All right, can we do stuff again? Or are we just gonna get talked out a lot more? All right. Why the hell not?
Just in case you need it. Damn, he's good. It's on the label. Top rate.
Oh, I see, yeah. Come on. You gonna tell me it's there, or am I just gonna have to assume?
I think you're just gonna have to assume.
You sure that...
I wasn't there when you started.
Oh, yep, okay. Usually says something. But I guess not.
What the hell are you doing?
Playing harmonica.
Okay, stupid question. Why are you taking Mosley's prints?
The guy is about as innocent as a French dance troupe. I don't know what he's guilty of, but he's guilty of something.
He's not on Sydney's suspect list.
Screw
Well,
Sydney.
gee, guess he can't be a suspect then, can he?
Meaning that you can't scan that print in. Leave it on the desk and I'll add him in later.
All this drama over taking Mosley's prints. I've stolen everything else from him, but his fingerprints are a step too far.
Yes, apparently.
You steal the man's passport and his identity on multiple occasions. You book a trip to friggin' Germany with his credit card. But no, don't take his fingerprint. You bastard.
Alright. Let's go ahead and scan some stuff in. Alright. So the Abbe's fingerprints. Buccelli's fingerprints. Book print. License plate? Can I scan those in? Indeed.
Nice. Now you can cross-reference the database.
Oh, book lice. That's great.
They make a cream for that, I hear. You know, I went to school with a Buth print. Not very popular.
Howard's fingerprint. Ah, yes. Evidence scanning action. Woo.
What operating system has a 9-digit character limit? Like, otherwise he's just being a complete jackass with the file names, but seriously. Rub a comb through your disgusting hair. Ladies.
Oh, good lord. Oh, my word. I think we're done here. Good night, everybody. Is something? Yep.
Now that sounds like an actual, like... That sounds like an actual, variety of lice.
Oh, I have that conversation from Bocelli. Yeah, scan that tape. Can you translate the tape? Yes, I want you to put it in Latin, because that's gonna effing help me right now.
It's gonna be, Italian.
From Italian to English.
Interesting conversation.
Alright, let's see. Well, that's fascinating.
I won't be able to understand it if I translate it to that.
Well,
that's more fun.
How else are you gonna learn, you jerk?
I won't be able to understand it if I translate it to that. I won't be able to understand it if I translate it to that.
Italian to Italian.
Does not compute.
Can I put it back?
Nope.
The item to translate is not recognized in the from language section, even though you just have it in English right here.
Well, it's not. The item is still in Italian. Come on.
Alright.
Gracie entered these last night.
And a good job she did.
Hooray! I can put my own notes in the notes box.
Good to know.
Alright. Can I...
They're all blank.
Well, yeah. Boy,
You have to do this all by hand?
It would seem that way. Link. Oh boy, this is gonna be exciting. I have a couple things from Wilkes. Nope.
This operating system sucks.
It's operating systems from 1999. What do you want?
I know this. This is Unix. No, Unix was better than this. Which is slightly depressing.
Tape and the...
It's Booth.
Oh, that's Madeline's. That's Madeline's. Yeah, I saw. Clicked too far down. Since I have her fingerprint. And can I maybe link the map and the parchment?
I actually scanned this so the Gracie can mess with it later, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to link it to a suspect. I actually scanned this so the Gracie can mess with it later, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to link it to a suspect.
Well, it makes sense. That's where I found it. Why wouldn't I not link it? Why would I not link it to the person I found it from?
I actually scanned this so the Gracie can mess with it later, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to link it to a suspect.
I mean, it makes sense in my head.
You can unlink it later, so who cares?
Yeah, really. Who else do I have files for? Emil's
Mosley.
license. I can't enter that.
Oh, what the
He's not a suspect, remember?
Damn it, Grace.
Okay, so I did... Lady... I can't do Mosley's. Alright, I think I got everybody. Alright, now that all of that exciting bureaucratic administrative action is
now
done...
that all of that, the excitement of using, shit, I can't, Microsoft Access. That's basically what that was.
Alright. Seems Baza has left.
Yay, now we have to go back to the computer and scan some more garbage in.
Nothing on the glass?
No, there's nothing on the table.
Oh.
Got it.
That was an easy one.
Yep.
That's Buccelli's print. It matches the one I already have. I don't need it again.
Huh? Other shot glass.
Oh, because... Yeah, Wilkes is sitting over here, I think.
That's a nice shot glass.
Got it.
Boop. Doop.
This print doesn't look anything like the one I got off Buccelli's suitcase. It must be Wilkes's glass. I'll mark it.
Hooray.
Hooray. I have another fingerprint. I'm not going back and linking it later.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to go back and...
We need more of that hot computer action.
Fine. Whatever.
Gotta do it eventually.
Yeah. Also, since Grace has started messing around with this, I wonder if there's anything else I can do with it at this point. Add data. Fingerprint. Suspects. Suspect list. Where are you, Wilkes? There you are. Alright, John Wilkes. And link. Alright.
Come on, you know you need a fake ID.
Oh, I can do it up here.
Diaper service!
We could try to be Mosley some more. I think a reporter probably would be a good thing to have.
Hey, that should work.
Work for what?
I don't know.
That might provoke an interesting response.
Give
Give
till it hurts.
I don't think that's going to get me into a vineyard.
This is an unsuccessful encyclopedia salesman.
That might provoke an interesting response.
Anything else I can print off? Electrical.
I don't think that's going to get me into a vineyard.
I didn't know you needed to get into a vineyard.
But a corner.
I don't think that's going to get me into a vineyard.
Alright, whatever. Now that I have a bunch of fake IDs.
I'm the president of the Gay and Lesbian Alliance for some reason. Well, here we go. Stonecutters.
Alright. Anybody eating? That would be a big old no, it looks like.
Can you go drink endless coffee still?
Of course.
Good man. Ain't gonna need that wake-up call now.
Alright, well, I suppose we should continue to investigate. See if we can't find anything else.
I'll go get the Harley.
There's someone driving around.
So there is. It's a pretty good place to post up, so let's wait here. Let's go follow them around, whoever it is.
Dolly it up. It's not dollying it up at all. Oh, she's flying solo today.
Well, yeah, because her friend is resting, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Still stopped in the middle of nowhere, as far as I can tell.
Alright, well, let's go stop in the middle of nowhere, too. Oh, I guess over here?
You can go that way according to the mouse cursor.
I'm not sure where he's wandering off to at this point.
Well, we'll find out.
Anything else here except for just Estelle?
There's a
big old rock. Some trees. Seem to be about it. Alright, well. If we followed you here, we might as well go talk to you.
Let's say hello.
Hi, Estelle. Everything okay?
Did you follow me here, Mr. Knight?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Me? I just stopped to see if you needed help.
I do not need help, but thank you for your concern.
Don't mention it.
Please, don't.
I know a good spine doctor, by the way.
So, how come Lady Howard's not with you? Kinda joined at the hip, ain't you?
She's had a very difficult morning. I would have stayed with her, but time is of the essence.
How did you meet Lady Howard, anyway?
Her family was the largest landholders in my village. I knew her growing up, of course, but we never played together. She made quite a name for herself on the stage, you know, when she was younger.
Huh.
And I was working in London myself as a nurse. I went to see her perform. Well, we became friends. When my father died and left me the cottage, we moved back to Hampstead. It's not exactly the manor she was born to, but it was sold years ago. Ironically, it's on the market again.
Does Lady Howard still perform?
Well, she's taking a break from her career.
Several decades.
No, the career is taking a break from her.
A several decades long break.
So, what's out here?
You can see for yourself.
Doesn't look like anything to me. But then you wouldn't be here if that was the case now, would you?
Some people don't care to tell other people their business.
Oh, that's kind of rude, isn't it? It was a perfectly friendly question.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that Lily really prefers we keep our business to ourselves. Some people can be ruthless, you know, particularly...
Men?
Well, now that you've said so yourself.
Oh, believe me, I know. Don't worry about it.
We just really hate men, that's all.
So this is the spot you and Lady Howard are betting your treasure hunting dollars on, huh?
Really? I wish you wouldn't ask such things.
Hey, just curious.
The hell?
Oh, my city is exploding, that's all. Don't worry about it.
I can hear that.
I don't believe in the treasure myself. All that stuff about ciphers and nonsense.
Saunier didn't conjure that money.
Well, I'm not saying he didn't find something, but what if he took all there was?
I don't believe it. There's got to be something here, and we...
And we've got to find it? Why is that, Miss Styles?
It's none of your business. I'm sorry, but that's all I'm going to say about it.
Nah, you see? Yeah.
I mean, you might be the prime suspect here, about as white as a vampire is. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else, so let's ride on. But then we should also see about now that chateau, wherever what's his face, Montreux, that's it. It's like Chateau de something. De Genet, I don't know.
There's a Ren Lupin. Oh, Chateau.
Oh, that thing.
Oh yeah, this horribly ugly place. It looked a lot nicer on the map, frankly.
Let's just try the direct approach.
I'm welcome everywhere I go.
Je regrette, mais nous sommes fermés.
What?
I have no idea what you just said, but I...
Yes, what is it you want?
Well, this is probably the smart play, so let's just go with that first.
My name's Knight. I'm a reporter. I'm doing a feature on Languedoc wineries, and I'd love to include you in my spread.
I'll see if the chateau owner is free.
I would have gone with the diaper service, which would probably be a
Bonjour,
reasonable
Monsieur
game
Knight.
over.
I'm Excelsior Montreux, the owner and viticulturist of Chateau de Serre.
Nice of you to see me, Mr. Montreux. I should have made an appointment, but I get better results just knocking about. The best places don't advertise.
Ah, well, how true. Now allow me to take you to the wine tasting room. Marceau?
It's also the blood draining room. We're not vampires.
What would you like to serve, sir?
Ah, are you a red man or a white? No.
It's pretty
Wow.
white to me.
Red, yes.
Gosh, it shows, huh?
Do you like it dry?
Well, no, it's wine.
Oh, hell, I'd drink dust if I could.
Well, let's see then. Perhaps the 76 Merlot.
Yes, sir.
low. Ugh. Can make a better pick than that.
May as well make a Shirley Temple with motor oil.
I'm terribly sorry that you caught us unprepared today. We were about to shut the main gate.
Everything's all right, I hope?
Oh, yes. Here, anyway. The constable called a little while ago. There was a murder in the vicinity last night.
Oh, sharts. I've not heard about that at all.
It's very unusual, I assure you. But I suppose even here we're not immune. Oh, well, we should let it breathe for a moment.
Right. Nothing worse than suffocated wine.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you're really fitting in here, my friend.
Yep. So, so our friend here, yeah, I know, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So our friend here, Montreux, you might recognize the voice is actually John Delancey.
I'll be honest, I'm not recognizing him at all.
He's actually doing a pretty good job of being underneath that. But
yeah, one of the
cool things in doing this for so long is just kind of finding connections between things. So the cool thing with John Delancey is that, and I probably mentioned this way back when we actually played through this, is he was actually supposed to be the voice of Am for I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
But then he got cut.
Well, it's not that he got cut. The thing is that the producer who was working with why can't I think of his name now? The author of the short story.
Harlan
Ellison. I
Ellison.
think of his name. Thank you. He was working with Harlan Ellison to actually write the script for the game, and had mentioned that we're bringing in John Delancey to be Am, and apparently there are actually recordings of him doing parts of that, which he has actually said at I think cons or something like that.
Nice.
That can actually be released. Which kind of makes me sad because I would be really curious to see how he plays that. But anyway, Ellison's response was not favorable to that. And basically the producer's like, well, how should it be done? And that's how I got Harlan Ellison to basically voice the whole game.
Nice.
Which is kind of funny. It's basically like, well, you think you can do better, then go for it.
Well, is John Delancey on Cameo? I mean, let's get this started, you know?
So can you just read this for me, please? Don't ask questions, just read it.
Has no connection to your prior work, I assure you.
I don't think John Delancey's on Cameo. I actually went through and just poked around on there one day just to see who was actually on it, and I don't think he's lowered himself to that point yet. I think he's still doing well enough that he doesn't have to worry about that.
I don't know. Did I tell the Lindsay Lohan story?
No, you did not tell the Lindsay Lohan
Oh god, this is hilarious. All right, sorry, brief interlude here. So my brother-in-law was kind of inebriated at about 2 a.m. and ordered a Cameo Merry Christmas, I think it was, to my sister from Lindsay Lohan because he thought it would be funny. And then 30 minutes later, he's like, man, that was stupid. I should probably cancel this. And she'd already done it. At 2:30 in the morning, it's like, oh my god. Well then, that's a professional of some kind for you.
I guess so.
So yeah, she ended up getting that for Christmas, and that was hilarious.
And just out of curiosity, how much was that?
I didn't ask.
Probably best if you didn't.
Yeah. I mean, there's no amount of money where it's not funny, but you know.
There is an amount of money where it becomes sad, though.
Yes. So I'd rather not know that particular detail.
Yes. Anyway, now that we've got completely derailed,
we're completely off the lanes here.
Sorry. Yeah, John Delancey doesn't show up too much in video games, at least not that I've run across, and I think that's just kind of a fascinating little tidbit of information.
It's good to have him here.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into it.
Are you from this area, Mr. Montreux?
Yes and no. I grew up in Paris, but my family has owned this estate for decades. My wife and I permanently settled here some years ago. Children do take pleasure in the country air.
Oh, you got kids?
Oh yes, a beautiful daughter who is away at school, and my firstborn son, Enoch. He's 12.
Enoch.
Have you children?
That's the name you chose.
No. But you must. Oh, children are every man's right to immortality.
Well, it's not the kid part I mind so much as the marriage part.
Oh, no, a wife need not be a burden if she knows her place.
Awkward.
Her role is to serve you, after all. To care for home and heirs and leave a man to pursue nobler things.
Awkward.
Boy, do we live in different worlds.
But, I mean, we're talking about a whole bunch of biblical things, so why not pull a really kind of awkward biblical name like Enoch out of there?
He's at least consistent, I guess.
Yeah. All right, let's keep...
What kind of training do you need to be a viticulturist?
The lessons I consider most valuable came from my father. He was quite a master.
What do you know about voodoo? Oh, wait, sorry. Having flashbacks there. My apologies.
I wish we could just
an
put it in as a console command or something.
Seems the Holy Grail is supposed to be around here.
Oh, the Grail is a marvelous legend. But most stories are ignorant of the true meaning of the Grail. You see, the Grail has far less to do with Christ than with an idea. The fountain of youth, the eternal flame, the philosopher's stone.
A Harry Potter book?
All of those are related to the Grail.
Only in the UK.
Oh, yes. The Grail is that thing, that
philosophy
one
is
thing,
verboten in
whatever
America.
symbol you use for it, that represents completion, perfection, the absolute. Do you understand now?
Well, no, not really.
Turning base lead into pure gold. That is the alchemist's aim. But it's not about real lead and real gold. It's symbolic. Man is the lead. God is the gold.
Man, I spent all those years at alchemy school. This is bullshit.
Gold. That is the Holy Grail.
I wanted gold, damn it.
But I thought with the Grail, it was actually the blood. The blood in the Grail that was the, the immortal thing.
Well, of course. The blood is the elixir of life. The juice of the forbidden fruit.
All right.
Is that what we're drinking right now?
The forbidden fruit?
No, never mind. Dusty old theories are a hobby of
Have you
mine.
got like one of those
Let's
maps
stick
with
to the wine, shall we?
wine all over it? Like big cork board with pictures of old biblical passages and photos of celebrities.
Oh, it's like the Bible code, basically.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Anyway, moving on.
Do you know anything about the murder?
What can you tell me
No, not
about
really.
murder?
There were two men, neither of them from here.
What
by
can
the
you tell
sound
you
of
about the voodoo murders? I wrote a book about that.
Why haven't you read my book?
Buy my book.
Do you believe the stories about a local treasure?
Indeed. It is in my soil, monsieur.
Oh, you mean the wine? Oh,
right.
I'm sorry.
So I thought I was gonna have to go get a shovel.
I have a shovel.
Ooh.
Or I should say, I has a shovel.
I just realized that thing on the table is supposed to be grapes.
Yeah. What do you think it was?
I don't know. It looks like it looks like a geode that somebody shaved off the outside.
What exactly is viticulture?
You are a wine critic, aren't you?
I meant, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, what's your definition?
Well, to me, viticulture is about breeding, and I don't mean the mechanics of grafting. Grafting is only a tool. What's meaningful is the essence of the two vines you're combining. There are literally thousands of grapes, and most viticulturists choose from well-known stock. But my father always bred his own grapes, and has passed down some very rare species.
Ah, you're the indie hipsters of wine.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to bore you.
Too late.
I'd like to hear more about your breeding program.
Yeah.
You won't reveal my secrets?
For my ears only.
Very well. The secret is in mixing the best strains, of course. But
we are still talking about wine, right?
My father taught me to visualize the ideal grape. Once you can visualize this perfect fruit, you can analyze even the best.
The ideal perp.
And see where it is lacking in color.
Once you can visualize this sticky icky.
Or perhaps it could be just a touch sweeter or lighter. And the trick is to find a grape equally fine, but one which is perfect in exactly those areas which the first grape is flawed. The marriage of these two vines will produce an heir, and then this heir undergoes the same process, you see.
Don't you ever get where you're going?
Eventually. But even in the interim, your grape will soon be far superior to anyone else's. Try the wine, Mr. Knight.
Man, they really got their money's worth out of him, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, like, they should actually be advertising a wine right now.
Wow, that's good.
This fruit did not come about by accident. It is the result of thousands, even millions of crossbreedings. Everything that it is today is a result of that hereditary tree.
Purple grapes, not
Don't
wine
you think
grapes.
It is ironic that a grape, or even a dog, or a cat should be so carefully bred, but that most humans depend on such a silly thing as love.
Bit of a non sequitur there.
There is something to be said for spontaneity.
Is there?
I believe I just said that.
You know, hearing you talk, it reminds me of something. What is it?
Alchemy? The transmutation of the philosopher's stone?
Nope, that's not it. It was Ask Mr. Science. Y'all get that program here?
Television? I'm afraid not.
Well, they had this bit about DNA. Kind of how DNA has this funny pasta shape, but it's really billions and billions of instructions, kind of.
Get those letters out.
You get into DNA with your breeding program at all?
Actually, DNA is an interesting issue, Mr. Knight. Did you know that the magic alchemists used was based on an intuitive understanding of the principles of DNA?
I'll be darned.
But to answer your question, no. I have my own ways of testing the vines, and they're far older and more traditional than DNA testing. Excuse me. Hello, ici Excelsior.
Excelsior!
Oh boy. Hey, there's some dude who's posing as a reporter. Should probably not say anything to him.
To the house. The news of the murder has quite upset my wife. Besides,
honey, this bit of boy to please get me a cup of tea.
Well, thanks for the interview, Mr. Montreux.
You're most welcome. Au revoir, Mr. Knight.
Can I take the bottle with me?
Kind of a nice fella.
For a creepy bastard.
Yeah, really. Like I said, they really got their money's worth out of him, I guess. I wonder if they had to pay him more than Tim Curry. He's like, you know what? We just got to get a whole crap little lines when he's in here.
He's more per hour, you know?
Yeah. Well, in any case, that's probably a good place to hold up for right now.
No, are we gonna hold up with the staring at the motorcycle again? No! No! Ah! I can't see his insides.
It's just full of nothing.
What a surprise.
Well,
how the hell do you even open that door? And why does everyone have that kind of door? Like, jeez.
Well, I'm assuming this is supposed to be a handle.
I guess.
This thing right here.
I mean, I guess it's just for the vineyard because of the grapes on it, but still. That's just way too
That's a fancy door.
They had those on the damn, like, entrance to the basement.
Well, you know, maybe they just have to buy them in bulk, you know?
Yeah, you gotta make a big order when you want that kind of crap custom made.
You gotta figure out where to put this stupid door.
I ain't making a...
Put one on the basement.
I ain't making a full casting set for one damn door.
Well, join us next time when we, I honestly don't know, actually.
When we argue about architecture some more.
Talking vague analogies about everything we've gone on over so far and have giant plot dumps, I guess.
Discuss random parts of our lives that have nothing to do with this game whatsoever, because God help us escape this.
Well, join us then, won't you?
Goodbye. Sounds like somebody taking a leak. This is not helping my disposition right now. Ah!